This is the 2008 Formula 260 Bowrider. And here's a look at the bottom of the hull. And walk you down the port side. And walk you back up the starboard. And if we go ahead and look under the swim platform, you're going to see these Bennett trim tabs. And that'll bring us to our Merc Cruiser Bravo 3 drive. And now let's give you a look around. And let's start here in the aft. The first thing you notice getting aboard this boat is it just has a massive swim platform. Just huge. Just a great design by Formula. And then there in the center of your swim platform, lift up here and you have your tow. And then you will see directly to port of the entryway, you'll see your remote control for the swim platform. Plus if I lift up here, you're going to see your shower to shower off as you're getting on the boat. But just great thinking by Formula to put a remote control back here, so if you're in the water, it's easy to change the music. And that will bring us to our entryway door, and then we'll move ahead and into the cockpit. Formula just does a great job with this U-shaped seating all the way around, plenty of room for your guests. And if I go ahead and just lift up, you're just going to see great storage under the seat, just a ton of room. And one thing I want to point out is there is your pole for towing, and showed you the tow back there on the swim platform earlier. And now with the seats back in place, it's a good time to go ahead and show you this engine hatch, so I can show you the table that goes right there in the center. Comes up nice, smooth, and quiet. And that will bring us to this Merc Cruiser 496 mag. As you can see here, this engine just looks beautiful. Looks darn close to new. And if you look at this engine room, it's absolutely immaculate. Everywhere you look, doesn't even look like a smudge of dirt's in there. And you'll see stored on the starboard side is your table. And that's your table for your guests that sets up right here. Now this boat actually comes standard with a smaller motor, so this is the more power option with this Merc Cruiser 496 mag. But if you just look around, it just looks absolutely immaculate. And down we go. And now with the engine hatch down, you can see where the table goes. And of course that table reduces and it all becomes a giant sun pad there in your cockpit. And now if I turn around and look in the floor and I lift up here, and you're just going to see massive storage, great storage for fishing poles, skis, or whatnot. And that will bring us up to our wet bar. And there you'll see the covers of the wet bar stay up with gas-assisted hinges, and you'll see your sink, and then you'll see just large amount of storage, a trash can, and also if I come down here, open up, and you can access it through the front. Moving forward, that brings us to the companion seat right next to the helm. And if I go ahead and I lift up here, you'll see just a great amount of storage. Right now he's got all his life preservers stored in there, but a great amount of storage under the seat. And if we go ahead and move forward on the port side and open up here, that will bring us to our marine head. Formula just did a great job on this marine head. It has got a nice finish on the interior, very large marine head. It's not a porta potty. This is an actual pump out marine head with its own porthole, sink, and storage. And now if I turn around, it'll bring us to this very large helm seat. They just do a great job in this Formula 260 Bowrider of keeping the captain company. Number one, there's seating right to the port side of them. Plenty of seating right next to them. Now you'll notice this comfortable helm seat comes with not one, but 2 bolsters for captain and first mate. And if we go ahead and turn around, that brings us to our helm. Starting at the top, you'll see gauges laid out for easy viewing of the captain. And then you'll see your Kenwood, and this is a Sirius MP3 iPod ready stereo. Down below are more gauges. Then you have your Bennett trim tabs, and then you have all your switches to run your boat. And if I move down below the switches and I take this off, you're going to see your ICOM VHF. And if I go ahead and take a step back, that'll show you your helm. And that brings us to this very large storage compartment in the deck. Open up here, it stays up on gas assisted hinge. And if I go ahead and lift the cockpit cover and the bow cover out of the way, you'll see a bag right there, and inside the bag is the Isinglass package. It goes all around the bimini. And if I go ahead and close that, and I go into the console and the helm, and you'll see it's lockable, but if I open up here, you're just going to see a huge amount of storage. The current owner's got like 5 or 6 chairs stored in here. It's all carpeted, has a light. And go ahead and close that back up before we leave the console. Now, this door right here actually has a dual purpose. If I open up and I go ahead and fasten it this way, and then I go ahead and put the windshield down, you now have a wind barrier for all your guests in the cockpit on those cold days. Just great thinking by Formula. And that will bring us up to our bow, and you'll see just a ton of seating up here in the bow, very comfortable and plush. And then also you'll see drink holders for your guests. And if I go ahead and open up, and you're going to see once again great amount of storage provided by Formula all the way around under every seat. And moving forward, if I go ahead and lift up here, you're going to see your anchor system. And now if I spin around, it gives you a good shot of that bimini. And we get to the point of the video where I give a condition report and name opportunities for the new owner to make this boat even better. This boat only has 125 hours on it, and it certainly shows like that. If you look around just at the vinyl is just in excellent shape. I mean, no fading, no marks, no rips and tears. Everywhere you look, it just looks excellent. And that brings us to the fiberglass. Once again, I really don't see any marks on the fiberglass. It all looks in excellent shape. This boat just shows exceptionally well. If you look at this helm area, just very rich. And I think it would be safe to say the condition of this boat is excellent. Even the engine room is immaculate. And now's the time where I name opportunities for the new owner to improve this boat. Looking around, I really don't see too many opportunities. Maybe some owners would like a GPS on the helm instead of using like an iPhone. And also the covers were a little faded, but that's what, covers do, is protect the boat. But outside of maybe throwing a detailer on to clean out the cupboards and put a buffer on the side, this boat just seems ready to boat and ready for the water.